Welcome to Science for Sleep. This is a place where curiosity slows down, where complex ideas are explored gently, and where learning and rest are allowed to exist together. Tonight, we're exploring one of the most mysterious abilities of the human mind, an ability that appears every night, yet often goes unnoticed, an ability that blurs the boundary between consciousness and sleep: lucid dreaming. At some point in your life, you may have experienced it without realizing. That strange moment when you knew you were dreaming, but the dream did not end. Instead of waking up, you stayed. You noticed details. You made decisions. You felt present. For a brief time, your mind was awake inside sleep. Lucid dreaming is not fantasy. It is not myth. It is a real, measurable state of consciousness studied by neuroscience, psychology, and sleep science. And yet, despite decades of research, it remains deeply misunderstood. Some see lucid dreaming as a skill. Others see it as a doorway. Some believe it is a cognitive superpower. Others believe it hints at something far stranger. Tonight, we will explore everything we know. Not just how lucid dreaming works, but what it reveals about the brain, about consciousness, and about the nature of reality itself. We will talk about the science, the experiments, the neurological mechanisms. We will also talk about the theories, the unanswered questions, and yes, the conspiracies that surround this strange mental state. Not to sensationalize, but to understand why lucid dreaming has fascinated humans for thousands of years. Lucid dreaming sits at a rare intersection. It is both deeply personal and scientifically observable. It happens entirely within the brain, yet feels as real as waking life. To understand lucid dreaming, we first need to understand what normally happens when you sleep. Sleep is not a shutdown. It is not rest in the way we imagine rest. Sleep is an active, complex process where the brain shifts through different modes of operation. Throughout the night, your brain cycles through stages: light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. REM stands for rapid eye movement. This is the stage where most vivid dreams occur. During REM sleep, your brain becomes highly active. In many ways, it looks similar to being awake. But there is one crucial difference. The part of your brain responsible for self-awareness and critical thinking becomes quieter. This is why dreams usually feel unquestionable. Strange things happen, but you accept them. Logic loosens. Reality bends. Your brain generates entire worlds without your conscious supervision. Lucid dreaming occurs when something unusual happens. During REM sleep, the brain partially reactivates areas normally associated with waking awareness. In particular, regions of the prefrontal cortex. This is the area responsible for reflection, decision-making, and self-awareness. In a lucid dream, the brain is both asleep and awake at the same time, not switching between them, overlapping them. This hybrid state is what makes lucid dreaming so unique. You are dreaming, but you know you are dreaming. You are immersed, but aware. The dream does not collapse under observation. It stabilizes. From a scientific perspective, this alone is extraordinary. It suggests that consciousness is not a simple on-off switch. It is modular, flexible, capable of existing in mixed states. Lucid dreaming proves that awareness does not require full wakefulness, and sleep does not require full unconsciousness. This challenges the way we traditionally define consciousness. For most of history, consciousness was seen as binary. You were either awake or asleep. Lucid dreaming breaks that model completely. It reveals a spectrum, one where awareness can drift, return, stabilize, and even expand within sleep. Early scientific interest in lucid dreaming was met with skepticism. For centuries, lucid dreams were treated as anecdotal or mystical experiences. Until the late 20th century, there was no reliable way to prove someone was lucid dreaming. That changed with a simple but brilliant idea. If the body is asleep but the mind is aware, could the dreamer communicate from inside the dream? Researchers discovered that eye muscles are not fully paralyzed during REM sleep. So lucid dreamers were trained to move their eyes in specific patterns once they became aware inside a dream. Left, right, left, right. These signals were recorded on sleep lab equipment. For the first time, scientists had objective proof. A person could be asleep, dreaming, and consciously signaling from within that dream. Lucid dreaming was real. From that moment on, research expanded rapidly. Brain scans revealed increased activity in self-reflective regions. EEG readings showed hybrid brainwave patterns. Lucid dreaming was confirmed as a distinct neurological state. But confirmation only raised deeper questions. Why does the brain allow this state at all? What purpose could it serve? And is lucid dreaming merely a curiosity, or something far more powerful? Lucid dreaming raises a fundamental question. If the brain can become conscious inside a dream, why doesn't it do this all the time? To answer that, we need to understand why dreaming exists in the first place. Dreaming is not accidental. It is not a malfunction. Dreaming appears to serve several important functions. One of the strongest theories is that dreams help the brain process emotion. During REM sleep, emotional centers of the brain, such as the amygdala, are highly active. At the same time, stress-related chemicals are reduced. This allows the brain to revisit emotional experiences in a safer, muted environment. Dreams often remix memories. They exaggerate, distort, and reframe them. This is not randomness. It is integration. The brain is sorting, softening, and reorganizing emotional material. Another theory suggests that dreams help with memory consolidation. During sleep, especially REM sleep, the brain strengthens useful connections and weakens others. Experiences from the day are replayed, sometimes symbolically, sometimes directly. Dreams may be the subjective experience of this process. A third theory proposes that dreams act as a kind of threat simulation. By creating imaginary dangers, social conflicts, and challenges, the brain rehearses responses. This could explain why dreams often involve pursuit, failure, or conflict. Lucid dreaming enters this picture in an unusual way. When lucidity occurs, the dream no longer runs automatically. The conscious mind steps in. This could interfere with the normal functions of dreaming, which may explain why lucidity is rare. The brain seems to prefer that dreams run without supervision. But when lucidity does occur, it reveals something remarkable. It shows that the dreaming brain can support intention, decision-making, planning, all while the body remains asleep. This means that consciousness is not tied to sensory input. It does not require external reality. It can exist entirely within internally generated experience. This insight alone has profound implications. It suggests that reality as we experience it is a controlled hallucination, a model generated by the brain. When awake, that model is guided by sensory input. When dreaming, it is guided by memory and imagination. In a lucid dream, you are aware that the model is internal, yet it remains vivid, stable, convincing. This raises a deeper question. If the brain can generate an experience that feels real without external input, how do we know waking reality is fundamentally different? Neuroscience suggests that waking perception is also a construction. Your brain predicts what it expects to see. Sensory input only corrects those predictions. This means that perception is not passive. It is active. Your brain is always dreaming. Lucid dreaming may be a moment where you catch the brain in the act. A moment where the illusion becomes visible without breaking. This has led some researchers to describe lucid dreaming as a form of metaconsciousness. Awareness of awareness. The mind observing itself. This capacity is rare in nature. Most animals dream. Very few, if any, appear capable of lucidity. Lucid dreaming may be uniquely human, or at least uniquely developed in humans. Which raises another question. Did lucid dreaming serve an evolutionary purpose? One theory suggests that lucid dreaming is a byproduct of advanced self-awareness. As humans evolved greater introspection, the boundary between waking and dreaming became more flexible. Lucidity may not have been selected for directly. It may be a side effect of the brain's ability to model itself. Another theory suggests lucid dreaming could have been beneficial. Being able to practice skills, rehearse behaviors, confront fears, all without physical risk. Some studies show that practicing movements in lucid dreams can improve real-world performance. Athletes have reported improvements after rehearsing in dreams. This suggests the brain treats imagined actions as meaningful. Lucid dreaming could be a mental training ground, a virtual reality created by the brain itself. This has led to the idea of lucid dreaming as a cognitive superpower, the ability to explore imagination with full awareness, to learn without consequence, to experience without limitation. But there is a caution here. Lucid dreaming is not unlimited control. Even experienced lucid dreamers report instability. The dream can collapse. Awakening can occur suddenly. The environment can resist intention. This suggests that while consciousness can enter the dream, it does not fully control it. The dreaming brain remains in charge. Lucidity is more like negotiation than domination. This balance may be important. Too much waking awareness could disrupt sleep. Too little awareness and lucidity disappears. The brain seems to allow lucidity only within narrow boundaries. This balance has led some researchers to explore therapeutic uses of lucid dreaming. One of the most studied applications is nightmare treatment. People with recurring nightmares, especially those with trauma, can be trained to become lucid. Once lucid, they can change the dream, confront threats, or simply realize the danger is not real. This awareness alone can reduce fear. Over time, nightmares often become less frequent or disappear entirely. This suggests that lucid dreaming can alter emotional memory. It can rewrite fear responses. This has profound implications for mental health. Lucid dreaming may offer a way to safely revisit and reframe traumatic experiences, not by reliving them directly, but by gaining control over the narrative. However, this is not without controversy. Some researchers worry that interfering with dreams could disrupt natural emotional processing. Dreams may exist to resolve things in their own way. Lucidity might interfere with that. The science is still evolving, and many questions remain unanswered, which has opened the door to more speculative ideas. Ideas that stretch beyond neuroscience. Ideas that move into philosophy, and for some, into conspiracy. Throughout history, lucid dreaming has been associated with mysticism. Ancient Tibetan dream yoga involved training awareness during sleep. Some indigenous cultures viewed lucid dreams as spiritual journeys, a way to access other realms. These interpretations were symbolic, but modern interpretations sometimes take them literally. Some believe lucid dreaming allows access to alternate realities. Others believe it reveals that reality itself is a simulation. In this view, lucid dreaming is seen as a glitch, a moment where the mind steps outside the system. There is no scientific evidence to support these claims, but they persist for a reason. Lucid dreaming feels fundamentally different, more real than imagination, more flexible than waking life. It creates a sense of crossing a boundary. The feeling of waking up inside a dream can be deeply unsettling, or deeply empowering. This emotional intensity fuels speculation. Some conspiracy theories suggest lucid dreaming is suppressed, that modern life discourages it. Screens, stress, irregular sleep, all reduce REM sleep quality. Some believe this is intentional, that lucid dreaming could increase self-awareness in ways that challenge control. There is no evidence for this, but the idea persists because lucid dreaming feels like freedom, a space where the mind is not constrained by physical reality, where awareness is self-directed, where identity is flexible. This touches something deep. Lucid dreaming challenges the idea that consciousness is locked to the body. It suggests that experience is more fluid, more adaptable, more internal than we assume. This can feel threatening to rigid models of reality, but it can also feel liberating. The truth is likely simpler. Lucid dreaming is a natural capacity of the human brain. Rare, fragile, but real. It reveals that consciousness is not fixed. It can move, blend, observe itself. This alone is extraordinary, and we are only beginning to understand it. Inducing lucid dreams has fascinated researchers and dreamers alike for decades. If lucid dreaming is possible, can it be learned? The answer appears to be yes, but not easily. Lucid dreaming is not something you force. It is something you invite. The most reliable techniques all share a common theme. They increase awareness during waking life, so that awareness can carry over into sleep. One of the most studied methods is reality testing. This involves regularly questioning whether you are awake or dreaming. Throughout the day, a person might pause and ask themselves if the current moment could be a dream. They might check a clock twice to see if the time changes. They might try to push a finger through their palm. They might read text twice to see if it shifts. These actions are not meant to prove reality. They are meant to build a habit of questioning. If that habit becomes strong enough, it can appear in a dream. When it does, the inconsistency of the dream world becomes obvious. The realization follows. This is a dream. Another technique involves perspective memory. This is the ability to remember to do something in the future. Dreamers set a clear intention before sleep. Tonight, when I notice something strange, I will realize I am dreaming. The intention is repeated calmly without effort. This primes the mind. Sometimes that intention carries through. Another approach is called wake back to bed. The person sleeps for several hours, wakes briefly, then returns to sleep. This increases the likelihood of entering REM sleep consciously. During this transition, awareness can slip into the dream. This method has strong scientific support. It takes advantage of natural sleep architecture. There are also sensory cue techniques. Light flashes, sounds, vibrations. These are introduced during REM sleep to signal the dreamer. If the signal is recognized without waking the person, lucidity can occur. This approach has been used successfully in laboratory settings. More controversial methods involve supplements or substances. Some compounds affect neurotransmitters involved in REM sleep. They may increase dream vividness or recall. However, these methods are poorly regulated and not well understood. They carry risks. Lucid dreaming is not something that benefits from shortcuts. The most reliable path appears to be awareness, patience, and consistency. Even then, success varies widely. Some people experience frequent lucid dreams naturally. Others struggle for years without success. This suggests individual differences in brain structure, sleep patterns, and cognitive style. Not everyone's brain allows easy access to this state. When lucid dreaming does occur, it often begins briefly. A few seconds of awareness. Then the dream collapses. Either the person wakes up, or the dream fades back into non-lucidity. Stability is a major challenge. Experienced lucid dreamers report techniques for maintaining the state, focusing on sensory details, rubbing hands together, spinning within the dream. These actions seem to stabilize the experience. From a neurological perspective, this may help maintain REM sleep while keeping awareness active. Too much excitement can wake the brain. Too little awareness and lucidity dissolves. The balance is delicate. This balance reveals something important. Lucid dreaming is not a takeover. It is a partnership between conscious awareness and the dreaming brain. Push too hard and the system collapses. Let go too much and awareness fades. This mirrors many other altered states of consciousness. Meditation, flow states, hypnosis. In all of them, effort must be present but relaxed. Control must be balanced with surrender. This has led some researchers to compare lucid dreaming to meditation. Both involve awareness of mental processes without full identification. Both involve observing the mind from within. Brain scans support this comparison. Lucid dreamers show activity in regions associated with metacognition. The brain is monitoring itself. This self-monitoring may be the true superpower. Not control of the dream environment, but awareness of mental construction. Lucid dreaming teaches that experience is flexible, that perception is not fixed, that the mind can observe its own creations. This insight can carry into waking life. Some lucid dreamers report increased mindfulness, greater emotional regulation, a reduced fear of death, not because lucid dreaming provides answers, but because it reveals the constructed nature of experience. If the brain can create worlds during sleep, it can also distort perception during waking life. Recognizing this can increase psychological flexibility. However, lucid dreaming is not without risks. One concern is sleep fragmentation, repeated awakenings, overemphasis on control. This can disrupt sleep quality. Some people report feeling less rested when they pursue lucidity aggressively. Another concern involves dissociation. For individuals prone to depersonalization or derealization, lucid dreaming can blur boundaries further. The realization that reality is constructed can feel destabilizing. This is rare, but it is real. Lucid dreaming is not recommended for everyone. Like any altered state, it interacts with mental health. This is why responsible research emphasizes moderation. Lucid dreaming should not replace sleep. It should not dominate one's relationship with rest. It is an occasional state, a window, not a destination. Despite this, interest continues to grow. Technology companies are developing wearable devices. Apps claim to induce lucidity. Some succeed. Most do not. The brain remains the limiting factor. There is no external switch for awareness. The most intriguing frontier involves extended lucid states. Some dreamers report remaining lucid for what feels like long periods. They report sustained clarity, complex reasoning, even creative problem solving. From the outside, these episodes still last minutes. Subjectively, they can feel much longer. This raises questions about time perception. During dreams, time is elastic. The brain is not processing sensory input at normal rates. This can make experiences feel expanded. Lucid dreaming may exaggerate this effect. This has led to speculation about learning in dreams. Can you learn new information? The answer appears to be limited. You cannot acquire factual knowledge you did not already have. But you can rehearse, refine, recombine. Dreams can simulate. They cannot import data. This aligns with neuroscience. Dreams are built from memory. Lucid dreaming does not bypass that limitation, but it allows you to explore memory consciously. This can enhance creativity. Artists, writers, and scientists have reported inspiration from lucid dreams. Ideas feel vivid. Connections feel novel. But they are recombinations of existing material. The brain is remixing itself. With awareness, you can guide that remix. This may be the true untapped potential. Not supernatural access. Not hidden dimensions. But conscious interaction with the subconscious. Lucid dreaming allows dialogue with mental processes usually hidden. Fears, desires, symbolic representations. This can feel profound, because it is. The subconscious is not separate. It is part of you. Lucid dreaming simply opens a window. The conspiracies around lucid dreaming often miss this. They look outward, but the significance is inward. Lucid dreaming does not unlock secret knowledge. It unlocks perspective. It shows that consciousness is layered, that awareness can exist independently of external reality, that the mind is capable of remarkable flexibility. This does not mean reality is fake. It means experience is constructed, and construction can be observed. This insight has philosophical weight. If awareness can exist without external input, what defines reality? Is it sensory consistency? Is it continuity? Is it agreement between observers? Lucid dreaming challenges the idea that reality must be external. It suggests that reality is an agreement between perception and structure. When that agreement is internal, we call it dreaming. When it is external, we call it waking. But the mechanisms are similar. The brain predicts, the brain models, the brain experiences, Lucid dreaming simply removes the illusion that experience is passive. It reveals the process, and in revealing it, it changes the way we understand the mind. At the deepest level, lucid dreaming forces us to confront a question that neuroscience alone cannot fully answer. What is consciousness? Not what it does, not where it happens, but what it actually is. Lucid dreaming complicates every simple definition. Consciousness is often described as awareness of the external world. But lucid dreaming contains awareness without an external world. It is awareness of internally generated experience. This means consciousness does not require sensory input. It does not require light, sound, or touch. It only requires a system capable of generating experience and reflecting on it. This has led some philosophers to argue that consciousness is not tied to reality itself, but to representation. The brain builds models. When those models are active and self-referential, consciousness emerges. Lucid dreaming is a moment where the model becomes aware of itself as a model. This is rare. Even in waking life, most perception is automatic. You do not constantly remind yourself that what you see is a brain-generated interpretation. You simply experience it. Lucid dreaming breaks that automatic loop. It introduces reflexivity. The mind turns inward while remaining immersed. This has profound implications for free will. In dreams, actions feel intentional. You choose to move. You choose to speak. You choose to explore. But the dream world responds in ways you do not fully control. This mirrors waking life more than we like to admit. In waking life you make choices. But the options you consider, the thoughts that arise, the impulses you feel, are not chosen. They emerge. Lucid dreaming highlights this. Even when you are aware, the dream generates content beyond your control. This suggests that free will is not absolute. It is constrained. It operates within a framework generated by the brain. You can steer. You cannot design the entire landscape. This realization can feel unsettling or freeing. If control is limited, responsibility changes shape. You are not the author of every thought. You are the navigator. Lucid dreaming makes this visible. It shows that identity is not fixed. In dreams, you can change perspective, become another character, observe yourself, disappear entirely. And yet, awareness persists. This suggests that identity is a construct layered on top of awareness, not the source of it. In waking life, identity feels solid. But lucid dreaming reveals its flexibility. You are not your body in a dream. You are not your history. You are a point of awareness moving through experience. This has led some to speculate that awareness itself may be fundamental, that consciousness is not produced by the brain, but filtered or shaped by it. This is where science becomes cautious. There is no evidence that consciousness exists independent of the brain. All available data suggests that changes in brain activity alter conscious experience. Damage the brain, consciousness changes. Alter neurochemistry, consciousness changes. Lucid dreaming fits this model. It is a brain-generated state, but the experience feels so detached from the physical body that it invites deeper questions. Some theories propose that consciousness is an emergent property. It arises when information processing reaches a certain level of complexity. Lucid dreaming could be a peak expression of this. Awareness layered on top of awareness. Other theories suggest consciousness is more fundamental, that it is not created but accessed. In this view, the brain is a receiver. Lucid dreaming would represent a loosening of constraints, a moment where awareness is less bound to sensory input. These ideas are speculative. They are not supported by direct evidence. But lucid dreaming keeps them alive because it demonstrates that awareness is flexible. It can exist in conditions we did not expect. This brings us to one of the most persistent conspiracies surrounding lucid dreaming: the idea that it allows the mind to leave the body. Out-of-body experiences are often linked to lucid dreams. Some people report floating above their sleeping body, traveling through environments that feel real, meeting entities, visiting unfamiliar places. From a neuroscientific perspective, these experiences are explainable. The brain's body map becomes unstable during sleep. The sense of self-location can detach. The dream creates a perspective without anchoring it to physical sensation. This can feel like leaving the body, but the feeling is not the same as the cause. The experience is real. The interpretation may not be. The brain is capable of simulating perspective. It does this constantly. Virtual reality demonstrates this clearly. The brain does not need to move to feel located elsewhere. Lucid dreaming is the brain doing this internally, without external hardware, without limits. This does not mean these experiences are meaningless. They can be emotionally powerful, transformative. They can change how people relate to their bodies and identities. But they do not require supernatural explanations. The brain is enough. This is perhaps the most important conclusion. Lucid dreaming does not reduce the mind to something trivial. It elevates it. The brain is capable of creating entire worlds, populating them, navigating them, and becoming aware within them. That is extraordinary. There is no need to add mysticism to make it meaningful. The mystery is already there. Lucid dreaming shows that consciousness is not a static thing. It is a process, a dynamic relationship between awareness and representation. It can fold in on itself, observe itself, change its own context. This may be why lucid dreaming feels like a superpower, not because it grants control over reality, but because it grants insight into experience itself. It shows that the boundary between waking and dreaming is thinner than we assume, that awareness is not confined to one mode, that the mind is more adaptable than everyday life suggests. This insight can be carried gently into waking life, not as doubt, but as flexibility. Thoughts are not absolute. Perceptions are interpretations. Emotions are transient states. Lucid dreaming does not tell us reality is fake. It tells us reality is mediated, and mediation can be understood. This understanding does not remove wonder. It deepens it. The universe becomes no less real. The mind becomes far more interesting. Lucid dreaming is not a door to hidden worlds. It is a mirror, a rare chance to watch the mind create experience in real time, and to remain present while it does so. That alone makes it one of the most remarkable phenomena the human brain can produce. As we look toward the future, lucid dreaming begins to feel less like a curiosity, and more like a key. Not a key that unlocks secrets all at once, but one that opens a door slowly, revealing how much we still do not understand about the mind. Neuroscience is moving toward a deeper mapping of conscious states, not just awake and asleep, but everything in between. Lucid dreaming occupies a narrow region in that map, a place where awareness, imagination, and self-reflection overlap. As brain imaging becomes more precise, researchers are beginning to see consciousness not as a single phenomenon, but as a collection of interacting processes: attention, memory, self-modeling, prediction, emotion. Lucid dreaming selectively activates some of these processes, while others remain suppressed. This makes it incredibly valuable scientifically. It is a natural experiment the brain performs on itself, a state where consciousness can be studied without external input. In the coming decades, this may help answer questions that have resisted explanation for centuries. Questions like whether consciousness is unified or modular, whether the sense of self is central or constructed, whether awareness can exist without identity. Lucid dreaming suggests that awareness can persist even when the usual anchors of self are loosened. You can be aware without a body, aware without a name, aware without a consistent narrative. This hints that the core of consciousness may be simpler than we think. Not simpler in function, but simpler in essence. Just presence, just experience, just awareness of something happening. Technology may soon deepen this exploration. Wearable sleep trackers are becoming more accurate. Some already detect REM sleep with reasonable precision. In the future, Devices may be able to gently stabilize lucidity, not by forcing it, but by supporting the delicate balance between sleep and awareness. This could allow for longer lucid states, more consistent access, better study. There are ethical considerations here. If lucid dreaming becomes easy, will people prefer dream worlds to waking life? This concern mirrors earlier fears about virtual reality. But lucid dreams are not escapism by default. They are not passive entertainment. They require awareness, they require engagement, and they collapse easily. Lucid dreaming does not offer infinite comfort. It offers insight. More importantly, the brain seems to regulate access naturally. Even experienced lucid dreamers do not remain lucid every night. The system resists overuse. Sleep still has priorities: rest, recovery, integration. Lucid dreaming appears to be an allowed deviation, not a replacement. In clinical settings, lucid dreaming research may expand mental health treatment. Nightmares, phobias, anxiety, even chronic pain perception. If the brain can reinterpret threat in a dream, it may learn to reinterpret it while awake. This does not mean dreams replace therapy, but they may complement it. Lucid dreaming may act as a bridge between conscious intention and subconscious pattern, a way to communicate across layers of the mind. This could help us understand something even more profound: why consciousness feels continuous. Despite sleep, anesthesia, and unconscious states, we feel like the same person. Lucid dreaming shows that continuity is not guaranteed. It is reconstructed. Each morning, the brain rebuilds the sense of self. Memory provides the glue. Lucid dreaming disrupts this rebuild just enough to reveal it. You wake up from a lucid dream feeling unusually clear, not because you rested more, but because you briefly observed the machinery. This has implications for aging and neurodegenerative disease. If identity is reconstructed, what happens when reconstruction fails? Lucid dreaming research may help us understand how the brain maintains continuity, and how it can lose it. This is not speculative fantasy. It is already happening. Researchers are studying dream awareness in people with neurological conditions. They are examining how consciousness fragments and reforms. Lucid dreaming provides a controlled window into that process. It allows us to study consciousness without external behavior, just experience, just awareness. In a way, lucid dreaming may become neuroscience's microscope for the mind, not because it shows us something external, but because it reveals internal dynamics that are otherwise invisible. This is why lucid dreaming feels important, not because it grants power, but because it grants perspective. It teaches that consciousness is not something we have. It is something we do. A process that can be interrupted, altered, reflected upon. The untapped potential of lucid dreaming is not about flying or control. Those are surface features. The true potential lies in understanding. Understanding how experience is generated, how meaning arises, how identity forms and dissolves. Lucid dreaming is one of the few times the mind can observe itself in motion. Not retrospectively, not analytically, but directly. This may be as close as we get to watching consciousness create itself. And that may be why lucid dreaming has followed humanity through history. From ancient spiritual practices to modern laboratories, it has always been there. Rare, elusive, but persistent. A reminder that the mind is not as simple as it appears, and not as limited as we assume. Lucid dreaming does not promise answers to every question, but it changes the questions themselves. Instead of asking what reality is made of, we begin asking how reality is experienced. Instead of asking where consciousness comes from, we ask how it organizes itself. Instead of asking how to escape the mind, we learn how to understand it. In the end, lucid dreaming is not about leaving the world behind. It is about seeing the world more clearly, by realizing how much of it is constructed within. This awareness does not detach you from reality. It anchors you more deeply within it, because once you see how the mind creates experience, You stop mistaking every thought for truth, every fear for danger, every sensation for permanence. Lucid dreaming teaches this lesson gently, quietly, from the inside. And that may be its greatest gift. Not control, not escape, but insight. An insight that lingers long after the dream ends. An insight that continues into waking life. An insight that says the mind is vast, flexible, and still largely unexplored. And that the boundary between sleep and awareness is not a wall. It is a door. One that opens briefly, naturally, and closes again, leaving behind a deeper understanding of what it means to be conscious at all.